you've never been to a third world country, I'm about to take you now. My name doesn't matter. Today, I represent each and every one of you watching this video. September 15, 2012, I boarded a plane from Atlanta to a country of which I heard stories of Americans landing and being murdered for a suitcase full of clothes, a few bars of soap, and whatever change they had in their pocket. And although I heard stories that threatened my very existence on this earth, I also heard stories of a place that was worth risking my life for.
When you first arrive to the orphanage, through all the chaos, hurt, and pain that's on the street, even though they're in a very dark area, there's a beam of light that they shine up with their praise.
They're just like normal children. Even though they don't have much, they're just very happy and very grateful for everything they have. They appreciate people who come to help them. They appreciate people who give them maybe a little doll or some toys. They just go crazy and they share with each other, they play and they have fun. You go there, they sing for you, they sing a gospel song. It just blows your mind how happy and content they could be. The orphanage started in 1985. My father and my mother started taking the children in. My sister, Celianie, had a brush with death. She had promised God that she would take care of disinherited children if God had spared her life. So to keep her promise, she did. A family has 4 or 5 children and they can barely feed them 1 meal a day. Their parents send them to Port-au-Prince or to Carrefour to find a way to feed themselves, and what they would do in the street would be washing cars, helping people carry their groceries.
There's plenty of struggles that the kids deal with every day. If you can imagine 100 children basically have one parent, and that's Celianie.
Moi c'est Celianie. Avant tout, c'est grâce avec bon Dieu, nous allons montrer qu'il fait ma journée avec le américain qui t'a aidé pour suivre pour là, m'a dormi. Si c'est pas toi-même, je dis à m'battre là. Maman mourit déjà, m'a connu si c'est ta maman d'appeler.
Moi, je suis Jules, comme si c'était 11 ans. Je vais dire madame qui était connue comme si j'aimerais vu la situation pas bon parce que depuis 3 ans. Moi, je ne sais pas si maman depuis 3 ans, comme si il y aurait une cicatrice. Non seulement je ne peux pas vivre, je ne peux pas lever avec comme si famille. C'est en 2012, l'entrèvlement du janvier, moi j'ai perdu 8 membres de la famille, plus proche même, qui était 3 frères là-dedans, les papas là-dedans. Ça, c'est un bagage sur cicatrice qui est grave parce que j'ai perdu 8 membres. Comme si blow no sel, tandis que vous levez déjà pas comme si maman, ça son bagage comme si
I think one of the biggest challenges that they face physically is simply that there is no place to be a child. There's no place to play. There's no place that's green.
They have quote-unquote bathrooms there, which are just basically a hole in the ground.
There are several latrine stalls, and when that cistern fills, there's no way to empty it. If they're fortunate, someone will come and bucket empty it. Eventually, but that's very, very challenging.
And then you walk into their bedrooms. All the girls live in one room, probably about the size of a large master bedroom. And you have 50 girls that live in there, sometimes 4 to a bunk bed. The boys, they have a little bigger room, but not by much. And they're happy to have a place to rest their head.
Je dormis à terre, je dormis avec 2. Parfois, si cabane nan gros, nous devons mettre plusieurs petits moun sous lit.
Vraiment, nous avons nécessité. Chambre, c'est en lait caillot. C'est à l'aide de tôle que vous faites. Donc, il y a des difficultés pour les gens dormir parce que le gars la pluie en pile de l'eau dans la chambre.
It's hard for me to see how they get their education and how they can ever get any rest in those conditions. And there's just a great need.
I suppose this story wouldn't be worth telling if these orphans had asked for this misfortune, but they didn't. It just happened to them, just like it could have happened to any of us. And despite their living conditions, I'm sure many of these orphans could remain here for good, except they can't. You see, the building they're in now never belonged to them, and the organization it belongs to is demanding it back. Their time here is coming to an end, so where will they go? Will their legacy be buried with the efforts of their leader Celianie and the Heart Cry Ministry of New Hope? No. We believe they're destined for something far greater than that.
We looked for sites. Every time I've been down there, went to look at multiple properties, and they were always very expensive, had some sort of drainage problem or accessibility problem, and then through prayer and God's simple, powerful provision, the government just provided this parcel of land to Celianie to go from what we have now in Carfu that you've just seen, to come out here to this beautiful countryside, feel the breeze, see the lake that's out in front of us here and the view of the mountains behind us here. This is where we have such a tremendous opportunity. This is the land that God has provided. What He needs is our hearts to look at this and say, we have to help. You have to help the cause here. You have to help, Celianie. She's done so much with so little. It's shameful.
I was diagnosed with cancer. And throughout that time of treatment, I realized that when God gives you a purpose that is far greater than your own personal suffering, it causes you to look outward and not inward. It causes you not to say, why me, but why not me? I'm so blessed. I am not a Haitian mother struggling and having to give my child up. I have so much, and I can give. No matter what I'm going through, I can touch their lives. I can make a difference.
When you look at everything that we have, we don't need another TV. We don't need another car. We don't need anything. I mean, we are blessed way beyond. When you go and you get into Port-au-Prince, you get in Haiti and you see these people.
By now, you might be wondering who I am. I'm just the man behind the camera. And out of over 7 billion people in this world, I'm one tiny person that God is using to make a huge difference. My name doesn't matter because today I represent each and every one of you watching this video. I represent hope. I represent change. I represent a new life for these orphans. In order for them to move into this land before they get put out on the streets of Haiti, this facility has to be built from the ground up. The construction is very expensive.
Nous besoin aide.
Remember their faces. Remember their will to survive. Respond to the call. Help them.
Right now, this is just a piece of land, but you can help us turn this into a home.